Okay, we are just about 5 minutes outside of Kaufman, Texas, which is about 30 minutes southeast of Dallas. I'm running a little bit late. Got caught in traffic going through Dallas, of course. It's been a while since I fought Dallas traffic on a Friday. I forgot. So, yeah, just about maybe 10 minutes out from the Kaufman County Courthouse, where it's my understanding there is a small group of local activists calling for the removal of a Confederate monument erected during the Jim Crow era. And there's a local group called Deconfederate Kaufman, which has been working with Deconfederate Austin and other groups across North Texas, calling for the removal of the Confederate monument on the Kaufman County Courthouse lawn. So I am going out to join up with Brian Register and some other individuals from Texas Reconstruction Project in order to document and support the activism in the area. So yeah, I wanted to go live just a little bit early and get the stream going as I go into town. I've actually never been out this way before. I've definitely traveled east of Dallas, but not southeast. So never been this far south, this far east. Does that make sense? Been far south in Texas, but not this far. Behind. I was supposed to be there at 4:30, but Dallas traffic on a Friday and all. Oh, yay, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm about 5 minutes out. Thank you for being here and for supporting me. Appreciate it. It's still so weird to me to come on here and only see one viewer. Oh, I got spoiled to going live and seeing an instant 100 viewers. That's okay. In due time. The page is picking up, which is cool. I've been trying to spend some time on it. Yeah, I'm literally about to exit right now. I just entered the Kaufman city limits, so whenever you can is great. I mean, I should be parked and out of the car no more than 10 minutes, so I know, I appreciate you. I'm not sweating it. But yeah, I just entered Kaufman city limits. My exit is coming up here shortly, and once I exit, it's just a couple, like 1 mile from the freeway, so definitely a big change in scenery. Definitely not in Dallas anymore. today. Our first cold protest. Feels weird. I took my phone case off my phone to keep it from overheating. It's so funny. It's automatic, but not necessary. So I'm looking for my exit. It's supposed to be on the left, so I'm a little thrown off. If you're just tuning in, I'm just entering Kaufman now, about to exit and approach the Kaufman County Courthouse, which is not far off the freeway. Protest and events were supposed to start at 4:30. So things should be hopping by the time I get there. The Facebook event looked pretty slim as far as engagement. That said, I really have no idea of expectation regarding local support. I know there's a small group of activists going by the moniker Confederate Kaufman. I did some research last night. There's definitely a large opposition group. There definitely has been, yes, I'm late. I'm 10-15 minutes late. There's definitely a large group of individuals opposed to the removal who are not happy. But yeah, it's like 50 degrees outside. It's weird. So should be interesting. I did see some kind of vague threats being made by locals claiming that there were the leader of Texas Antifa, which if anyone who knows anything knows that that is not even a thing. There's no such thing as a Texas Antifa organization. Anyone who's anti-fascist is considered Antifa. Anyway, so there is some of the typical traditional rhetoric being used online. I'm not sure if that's just to intimidate people or if it is legitimate in the sense that there will be any kind of armed opposition, but there definitely has been some online posturing to suggest that that would be the case. So I'm interested to see how that pans out and how local authorities engage with that, or if they do at all for that matter. But we shall see here shortly. I'm about to exit right now. Kaufman Confederates. Should I pen that? Yes, please. Yeah, please, Michelle. It'd be great. So I'm exiting Highway 243 now, and I am in city limits of Kaufman, and the courthouse is just a short ways in here off the freeway, from what I understand. Pretty much just like you would expect it to look. Very backwoods, rural, small town community. Speed limit immediately drops from 70 to 55 to 30 within less than a quarter-mile span from exiting. Yeah, Michelle, if you want to post that article and pin it, that'd be great. If you can do that. If not, I'll pin it as soon as I get parked. God damn it. So I am now approaching the city square. I do see a couple of police vehicles here parked on the square. It is a very small square. Very small. Okay. So we are here in the thick of it. Here's another couple of deputies here. Okay, there's our counter protesters. Looks like we do have a few Looks like counter-protesters might even outnumber protesters. Do have a few state troopers. I guess I can turn left on red here. That's a one way onto a one way. I'm gonna take that I can. Interesting. Okay, no stop sign. What a strange little square. Okie dokie. Okay, parked in here. Let the fun begin. So I saw lots of Confederate flags driving by. Looks like it was a news media crew. I'm not sure if it was actually a legitimate crew or if it was somebody with de-Confederate or not. Shit. I had horse treats in the pocket of my jacket and now they're all over my car. Great. So this should be interesting, none the least. Okay, let's go check it out. So here is the Kaufman County Courthouse. I am on the north side of the square here. This is a historic square. Got a historic First National Bank here on the corner building. It's now a gift shop, tea room. Historic bank here on the corner. We've got City of Kaufman Police. The courthouse building itself does not appear to be historic. There are some historic buildings here on the square still, but it looks like this annex building over here has been updated. Several state trooper vehicles. These are state troopers. This is a sheriff's, Kaufman County Sheriff here. 3 state trooper vehicles. So this is the corner of, looks like the square is a pretty big thoroughfare here too, going through the center of town. So here's our Confederates here. Looks like none of the Confederates are wearing masks. No surprise. Looks like got the Green Slade Drug Company. So we do have some armed militia across the street. Green Slade Drug Company. So we've got a couple of Confederates here. Hey, how you doing? And this is the United Confederate Veterans Monument here. few officers here. Looks like we got some more Confederates here. So here's the armed militia as promised. Did you guys call in the National Guard? I'm just wondering, is that armed military across the street? I don't know. I should tell you? Oh. So, not armed military. Just people pretending.
They're their own idea.
I know. I know. Please don't do that to me. That's very patronizing. Please don't do that to me. That's very patronizing. I don't ever incite anything with cops, but when cops don't implement the law equally, I will always call them out.
Okay, I understand and respect
that. But when you say things like that to me, it sets a precedent that you expect that I'm going to do that, and that's not what I do.
Okay.
And if that's what you think I do, then just let me know, and I won't come and document, and I won't come support.
I don't think that.
Okay.
I think that you and I sometimes have very different ideas about what is.
I'm an anti-racist activist.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
I don't pander to white supremacy,
No, ma'am, you do
and
not.
I go out of my way to make white supremacists feel uncomfortable.
I understand.
Because it's about time they do.
Yes, ma'am.
It's that simple. And I always follow the law. But I expect cops to do it too. And if they don't, I'm going to call them out, and I'm going to expose it every single time. It's what I do.
I will not say something like that to you again.
You know, and I don't want to be ugly to you. I appreciate you.
You are not being. I absolutely respect what you just said. I will never say something like that to you again.
Hey,
expressed my view.
We're on the same team, friend. You do you the way you do you, and I will support you 100%. And trust and know that it's never my intent to be mean or ugly to anyone, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make people not doing their job or pandering to racism feel comfortable. So, I appreciate you.
Likewise. I know it just didn't sound like it, but I did.
No, I know. It's okay. It's okay. I know where your heart is. I know what you're saying. Yes, sir.
I'm saying, hey, hello, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Those guys over there really don't want their pictures taken.
I know.
Pictures, and they're totally like, they'll.
It's really strange to come in public decked out in like that and then not want to be documented.
Usually when people carry AR-15s, they cover their faces.
So it's yeah. So that was just a little conversation I was having with one of the activists. He was letting me know that the local cops here have been really nice, and he'd like to not upset them if at all possible. Well, friends, if you know anything about me, I could give two shits whether cops are nice or not. I'm not here to worry about whether or not cops feel comfortable or not. I'm here to make sure the cops do their job, that they equally and effectively enforce the law. So I'm going to go document this militia over here that I hear really doesn't want to be documented. I don't know why I can't get a green light. Okay, here we go. Green light. No jaywalking. Hi there. How y'all doing? Good. Thanks for asking. I was just curious, are y'all like Is this a early Halloween party or what's going on? Okay. What are y'all dressed up as? Oh, okay. Cool. So what group are y'all with? No comment. Okay. Oh, it's not an interview. I'm just curious. You know, I don't always say. First, I was wondering, God, did they call the National Guard in? Why is that? But y'all aren't with the United States military. You're not with the state military. You're not with the Texas Guard, or you just wearing your hunting gear, or why? Y'all are here to deer hunt on the square? And so I see your hat there. Your hat there says Texas Militia. Is that the name of your group, Texas Militia? I mean, you come out here dressed like this, but you don't expect people are going to want to ask you why? Well, I'm not carrying weapons and dressed in camouflage. I mean, the point of camouflage is to blend in. You're not really blending in. You're sticking out. Right, but you're not in the woods. You're on a county courthouse square. No, I just came over to have a conversation. Okay, I'll just stand here and document you then. Oh, I know. I don't need your permission, honey. I know that. Don't you worry. I know that. That's all right. Thank you for talking with me. So the back of one of their hats says Texas Militia. They've got this gentleman posted out over here. And you can see there's quite a spectacle over here on the other side. No, they don't want to talk to me. They got some more gentlemen over here. Looks like there's a business over here folks are congregating at. The charter room appears to be the business that's hosting the counter representation.
We have mums and pumpkins for sale.
It is that time of year.
We may not have customers. Or do we? Load them up.
Bless your heart.
Today.
Wait, here, look, here, tell them. I'll give you a plug. Tell them who you are in the name.
Please come by mums and pumpkins at the charter room. You can go right in there and shop.
You want me to do a walkthrough real quick? I'll give it a little plug.
Bring those customers in here. If
You
they're
do.
gonna be blocked.
You got it. Excuse me. So this is the charter room. She said they've got mums and pumpkins for sale. So there y'all go. The charter room, mums and pumpkins. Come get them in Kaufman County.
Why don't I send you my information?
Hey there, how y'all doing? So some of the locals seem not terrible. Looks like we've got some additional officers posted up over here on the this looks to be the southwest side of the courthouse. Getting myself oriented here. Ooh, it's cold. Y'all, my hands are shaking. I should have worn gloves. So here's the view from across the street. I'll come get it here in the center. This is Kaufman County. Oh, I like her sweater. We're almost Twinkies. So here's the view from across the street here. You can see there's a few folks over there with Confederate flags, kind of holding it down across the street there with some officers. It's really, iconic to see that American flag waving there above the Confederate monument and people marching around holding Confederate flags instead of American flags. It's quite something. Maybe they just forgot their American flag. I'll ask them. So, yeah, absolutely. You bet. I'm going to use the crosswalk. No. You got a license to have that radio, bud? Do you? You know you need one, right? That one right there, that radio? Is it? Okay. Okay. Lying sack of shit. So I'm going to come over here and talk to, see if I can't get some of the locals on the phone. You can see this is a pretty major thoroughfare here on the on the south east corner of the square. Washington and Mulberry. So they're definitely getting a lot of traffic. This is all traffic right here in front of the courthouse lawn. It looks like anybody coming off the freeway to come into the city of Kaufman is going to have to come through this major square here. So definitely the Confederate monument here on the courthouse lawn is in a pretty prominent location. You can see my buddies back there really. They'd really like for me to just go away, but that's not gonna happen. So let's come over here and, yep, that's a walk sign for me, buddy. Let's come over here and check out, see if we can talk to any local organizers. I saw Brian with Texas Reconstruction Project, but I'm also going to ask the local authorities here who's in charge. Hi there. Are any one of y'all able to tell me who the officer of rank is here today?
The officer of rank?
Yes, the ranking officer.
Police right here. How should you get?
Hi. How you doing? You're the chief of police?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
Dana Whitaker.
Dana Whitaker. Nice to meet you, sir. My name's Jessica Luther Rummel. I document a lot of events where folks come out to protest, and I just wanted to say hi to you and let you know I'm here and I'm documenting. And
I've been watching you.
oh, I bet. I bet. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and let you know that's all I'm here to do today is document. It's a little concerning to see these gentlemen over here in all that militia garb. It seems a little unnecessary, almost.
Free country, they can do it.
Well, it is a free country, but, you know, Texas law does have brandishing laws. It makes it illegal to parade in public with weapons.
As long as they're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's borderline right now, you know, because there's a Texas penal code that says it is illegal to parade with weapons for the sake of intimidation. Texas 2205.
I don't get the impression that they're parading them and intimidating.
Walking up and down the sidewalk with long guns.
You were running them up and down the sidewalk with your camera.
Running them?
Well, walking with them. You were walking with them.
Indeed, they were walking up and down the sidewalk, and I did walk along with them. They're still doing it, yeah, they're still doing it. You're saying I was making them walk?
No, as you were going at them with the camera, they were walking away from you. That's what I was saying.
Oh, so they're stationary when I'm not there?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to document all night and see how that works out then.
All right.
Appreciate your take. Hey, you too. I'll be around. Don't you worry. Always a pleasure. So, I'm assuming the support is pretty small. Hi. So who else here, locally, calling for the removal of this monument? Well, you say everyone but me. Well, so these four. Yeah, can I interview you guys really briefly somewhere? Not right here under the speaker so I can hear you? Where would be a good place for that? I'll follow you. You can choose to talk. Okay, okay, cool. So you're with Confederate Kaufman?
Yeah.
Okay. And about how many people would you say are in that group?
I have no idea how many.
I mean, just a guess. Maybe a dozen, half a dozen, 2 dozen?
Maybe 30.
Okay.
Not sure.
No problem. I'm just trying to get an idea of what the local movement looks like. I mean, it's a pretty small city. I know that. It's a very small community. So, can you just give me an idea of what the local movement has looked like? Have you guys just been kind of gathering at this location and protest, or what does it look like?
Yeah, we had a very large one, the first one we had, and it was kind of small. It was a whole bunch of people said they were going to show up, and then the Confederates decided they were going to show up, and so a bunch of our people didn't show up that day. But I was here for 9 hours that day, and in the afternoon, like 40 or 50 more people ended up showing up, and a bunch of them went home. So it was like just a big fun block party for everybody. And
For the Confederates.
but for us,
Oh, okay.
they started out with more Confederates here, and then as the day progressed, the numbers went opposite.
Kind of, okay. Would you say that this kind of activity with folks coming out, I know there's some folks over there too I saw that have kind of like moved into this space, these guys here, and then of course there's Militia over there I saw.
Call of Duty cosplayers.
Yeah, Call of Duty cosplayers, right. Has that activity been pretty standard at the events?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of standard ground. You guys come out, they come out?
Yep.
Have you guys had any issue with people brandishing their weapons, like pulling them or pointing them in any kind of aggressive manner?
No, but they definitely made it known that they had them. And
Right.
that we would have a lot more people here today if the Confederate people hadn't been making so many threats and encouraging others to bring all their guns, their biggest guns they can find.
I saw that online.
Because it's their right.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to.
Right.
They keep calling us scared snowflakes. We're not the ones bringing guns.
Yeah.
It's a peaceful educational event.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed in the rhetoric that I was looking at online, it seemed pretty obvious that the attempt was to intimidate and
Same
prevent.
thing as the statues.
And so
It was put up.
now you have 4 people out of your group of maybe 30 that usually attend because of these individuals over here, the armed militia, and who are commiserating with is that the sheriff over there of Kaufman
so.
County?
Well, yeah.
That right?
And the chief of police
I just
back
met
here.
him. He's not a fan of me.
Oh, really?
No, he doesn't like me already. He knows my reputation apparently, which is only to hold cops accountable to doing their job.
Oh, no.
I know. So, can you know if this is the sheriff of Kaufman County?
I cannot confirm that.
He
I'm
sure looks
sure
like
it
it.
is.
Yeah, he sure looks like the sheriff. Sheriffs tend to wear hats like that.
Yeah.
And be that old. Especially in communities like this. They tend to be sheriff till they die.
Did you hear about Alright, so another one of us that's not here today because of all the threats, he was one that originally started the petition to have it removed. He's a man of God, he's a local church guy.
He started the petition to have the monument removed.
Yes. And as of yesterday, the Confederate side, they posted on the Kaufman Confederate Facebook page a whole bunch of pictures of myself and my wife, and that they, trolled our Facebook page and took screenshots. And we're trying to out us and that other gentleman, saying, maybe we should talk to his church and tell them what kind of company he keeps for, hanging out with me, because I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, member of the Satanic Temple.
Uh-huh.
And so they were spreading that around, saying that I'm a devil worshiper and that I'm trying to start a satanic worship center in Kaufman, which is just lies. I don't
Right.
don't believe in God. I don't believe in the devil either. And they don't know anything. They're just spreading
Anything but talking about the real issue at hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess they thought they were trying to out me or something. Like, that you could see, I wear this in public all the time. I don't hide who I am. I don't have to be a Christian to hate racism and fascism. And they're also saying that, that Brian over there is the Antifa leader, and we're having 200 Antifa people bust in from Dallas. They're thinking that I'm the scary Antifa guy from Dallas. No, I'm a Kaufman native. Spent my entire life here. Other than 6 months, my wife and I lived in Mesquite.
Sorry, I'm getting so close to you. I'm just trying to make sure people can hear you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not trying to get up on you that close. Sorry, but I'm just doing it so people can hear you.
All right.
So I just want to confirm, you live here in Kaufman, and you and other leaders who have been working to call attention to this movement have been regularly harassed and intimidated online. Is there any kind of representation of the black community here, or anybody who is speaking or leading in the black community involved?
That would be the gentleman I was speaking of earlier.
He's been intimidated and harassed into not coming.
Yeah, they're trying to spread lies about him, saying, he sold his soul for the Antifas.
Can you give us his name? Do you think he would be okay with that? If not, let's not. But I can get that information later.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's
yeah,
totally respectful. I mean, if you know him and know how he feels about that, then that's totally fine.
If he's not here, I don't want to.
No, absolutely. I appreciate you. So.
But he is a black man.
Sure.
A resident of Kaufman, and he's a big old boy, but he's a big old teddy bear.
Right on. Okay, well, I appreciate you taking some time to talk with me. I'm going to move around and make sure I document today and just make sure I have an idea of what's going on, and I appreciate you. And I'll be around.
All right.
Okay. Tell me your name one more time.
Chris Wilson.
Chris Wilson. Okay, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
Really, we know this is a divisive issue. We know that feelings run high. And
This woman's over here screaming, "You're dividing us."
let's add some historical context to our understanding of this monument, what it represents for really all of us.
Uh-oh.
So when
Y'all
you
forgot your
ask
American flag.
about what's happening in the U.S. in
Oh, no.
61 to
Did you forget your American flag at home?
when you look at this, is this a young
No, y'all forgot your American flag.
or are the Confederates?
Did y'all forget where you live? What? But this is America. Where's your American flag? Huh? Right, why don't you wave an American flag?
So the reason why we have so
Are you looking for one? You must have forgot it.
so we can actually learn a little bit of history.
I do have a clue. You don't have an American flag. Where is it?
All it said,
This is America, right? You want to celebrate the freedom to be able to come out here and hold monuments to hate, but you don't want to wave American flags that represent your right to do that? The Confederates didn't die for you to be able to have this kind of freedom. Confederates died preserving white supremacy and anti-freedoms. Why are you holding flags to traitors against America? Why are you carrying a Klan flag? Huh. That's a shame. I'm an American. I hold American flags. It's America. American flags. Oh, got a heckler. Can't wait. Did you know you're violating Texas flag code right now? You're wearing a flag at the same height as the American flag. The Confederate flag is the same as well, first of all, it's a violation of flag code to wear a flag on your attire unless it's been accredited by the military. Second of all, if you're going to wave an American flag, it's a violation of flag code to have another flag at the same height. Just want to offer education where it's available. It's nonsense. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you study flag code? Then why would you say it's nonsense if you don't know?
Here we go. And this is, all I did.
It's a violation of flag code. Look it up. I challenge you. Look it up. You got a smartphone? Well, when you go home tonight, you should Google it. I encourage you to do so. Maybe you'll learn something. Then you can see what a fool you look like. You are a fool. You just claim to know something that you just admitted you have no knowledge of. You argued about something and then said you have no knowledge of it. That's a foolish thing to do. It's the very definition of a foolish thing to do. So, Jennifer, do you normally come out to harass people?
Do you say that's a law?
U.S. flag code.
A law.
U.S. flag code. Did I say it was a law?
I'm asking you.
It's a U.S. flag code. Respect for the flag.
But it's not a law.
I didn't say she was violating the law. I said she violated flag code, which is a code written to inform citizens on how to respectfully. I didn't say it was, ma'am. To be respectful of the American flag. Well, it's obvious that she's not respecting the American flag. That was the point that I was making. Then an American flag? Then I'd say you should move out of America and just start the Confederate States somewhere else. It's America. Are you telling me right now you value the Confederate flag over the American flag? Jennifer, you need to respect 6 feet social distancing. I didn't come up on you. Jennifer, I'm not harassing people. If you want me to leave, all she had to do is tell me to leave. You're harassing me by getting in my face without a mask, is what you're doing. I didn't say it was. Here's the thing, though. You don't need laws to be respectful. Don't touch me, ma'am. Don't touch me. I'm going to tell you that right now. Fun, isn't it? Jennifer, where do you work? Jennifer Robinson, right? Aren't you proud, Jennifer? I thought you were a proud Confederate. Why are you hiding your face? Aren't you proud? I thought you were a proud Confederate. You don't look very proud to me. You look like scared to me. Pathetic. Those are the words that come to mind. Shallow. Ridiculous. Anti-patriotic. But that's okay. You can stand there with your flag all you want. Oh, look. Not made in the USA. Shocking. I thought I was harassing you. Do you not want me to talk to you or not? Well, then tell your friend to move her fat ass. Well, I can't talk to you through her. Apparently, she just wants you to stare at her ass. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you through Jennifer. I'm sorry. But that's okay. So long as Jennifer's standing here, she's not heckling or being obnoxious to anyone else. You can see the Confederates have descended in. Hi, how you doing, Confederates? Hey, I know that flag. The Klan used to wave that flag. Yeah, did you know that? The Klan used to wave that flag. Cool. Look at you, 21st century Klan boy. Aren't you proud? That's cute. Where's your American flag? Did you forget it at home with all your Klan regalia? You left your hood and robe at home too? Your hood and robe. Did you leave that at home? Because the Klan used to carry that flag too, sir. Oh, here you go. I'm not hiding my face, sir. Here it is. Oh, honey, there's a pandemic. There's a reason to wear a mask. Where's your American flag? Where's your American flag? Oh, but you got all those little bitty flags on the ground while y'all hold Confederate flags. Yeah, we see where your priorities are. on the ground. Made in China. You brought tiny plastic American flags made in China. You did. Well, your husband there, is that your husband there waving the Klan flag? Are you her husband? Oh, I asked, why can't she speak for herself? I don't know that you are. I didn't say you were. It doesn't. I was just curious if you were related to him. Okay, don't answer it. You're neutral? Listen, I mean, if you want to sit, don't come up on me, sir. You need to respect 6 foot social distancing. I'm not coming up on you. You need to respect my space. Yes, it's called a Mevo. It's called a Mevo. Mevo. Well, here you go. That's what it's called. It's called a Mevo. You can stream to multiple platforms with it. That's right. It's very handy. Very handy. It allows me to get good close-ups of all the illegal militia activity that the local authorities allow and document the way people come out here and wave Klan flags. It's very handy. Oh, yes, sir. The Ku Klux Klan used to wave that flag. They still wave those flags. Oh, yes, sir. I actually earned my degree in studying white supremacy and wrote it in... Sir, listen to me. I'm not here to debate with you. I present on the Klan at the Texas State Historical Association. If you'd like to come learn, you're more than welcome to join me, or you can listen to this professor right here. That's what's happening right now. Right now.
What flag do you see there, man?
Oh, cute. You found...
By their Constitution, that's the flag they declare as their own.
That's right, but you know what? Why is it we can pull so many pictures of them carrying the Confederate flag? Let me ask you something. Oh, look, they finally got an American flag after I went over there and told them they were missing one. They finally managed to find one.
We have one present on the time.
No, they didn't have one until I said something. Our who? Oh, I know who you are. I just wanted you to say it. Yeah, Sons of Confederate Veterans is nothing but an extension of the Klan, just like the original Confederate veterans. The United Daughters of the Confederacy, and the UCV original literature all promoted first Reconstruction Klansmen as Confederate veterans. Why don't you come out here and renounce the Klan? Renounce it right now. Renounce white supremacy. Okay, now, let me ask you a question. How can you do that and support Confederate flags, which you know? I tell you what, why don't you go to the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan? Listen, sir, the Texas Klan, listen to me. Sir, let's talk about right now, okay? Right now. If you go, the Texas Klan still exists, the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan. You can go to their website right now. Pull it up on your smartphone and tell me what flag is at the top of their page. Sir, because you don't want to go see what flag's at the top of their page right now. Take a wild guess. What is it? Is it an American flag? Is it an American flag at the top of the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan right now? Well, it's not an American flag. It's a Confederate flag. Not on their website. You won't find a one. You won't find a one American flag on the Texas Klan's website right now, sir. Why do you know the Klan Constitution so well? Oh, but you don't want to go to the Klan website that's active right now? Well, you just told me you studied the Klan. You just told me you studied the Klan manifesto so that you could know who your enemies are. I'm telling you, and that's a historic document you're referencing. I'm telling you right now, on the active 21st Century Klan of Texas website, the top of their banner features a Confederate flag and a Confederate monument that looks just like that.
Not like that. That's a Spanish American war rifle, and that's an Indian war rifle.
Sir, what if I told you that at the top of the Denton County Confederate Monument, which was removed a few months ago, was the exact same replica of the exact same soldier? It is not special.
Another outfit got screwed by the artist.
They are mass-produced lawn ornaments. And if you go to the website of the Texas Klan right now, you will see at the very top banner a Confederate flag and a Confederate monument identical to that one. And you don't have a problem with the fact that you're in an organization that uses the same symbols? Because your organization descends from the same organization.
On behalf of slavery. He wanted to end the First Amendment everywhere to preserve slavery in the South. And I read his whole...
Oh, well, yeah, I'm kind of hard to get along with when I'm talking to white supremacists. Oh, I am. Because you stand out here and even though you want to say you denounce white supremacy...
Racism is the most abused word in the English language.
Oh, really? You should tell that to black people.
Well, you gotta come meet some of my black friends I grew up with.
Oh, you got black friends. Cool. Never heard that line before. Let me guess, you ever dated a black girl?
The foreman on my farm growing up was black.
The foreman on your farm growing up, for fuck's sake, y'all.
So what do you want to claim?
The foreman on his farm growing up was black.
At the time, everybody in all of them was saying, all right, this fire happened because of that. Everybody knew it. But then within a few weeks, there was a
Okay.
secessionist newspaper.
Tell you what, go check out the Loyal White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan website.
He just
Go look for your
made up
American
the
flag.
idea
Tell me if you
that
find
a whole bunch
it.
of abolitionists were down here burning down
I know you're
cities
not.
in North Texas. It was complete fiction. Then John H. Reagan, representative from East Texas, where I believe we're standing in his representative district right now, he got down on the floor of the Congress in early 1861 talking about this. And he made up a completely fictitious organization called the Mystic Red, which had been burning everything down and had been poisoning people. Meanwhile, no poison was ever discovered anywhere. They went through slave quarters, they never found any poison, nobody had been poisoned. You know how they figured out that there was poison around? They asked some enslaved people, and
It's
they
like
said,
a
no,
straight
we don't
up
know about any
fucking
poison.
Klan Confederate rally. Y'all check it out.
So that's just fiction. Oh, I like to
They have impoverished the slaveholding states by unequal and partial legislation, thereby enriching themselves
They are
by draining
thoroughly
our substance.
upset.
There you go. That is the one sentence in this thing.
Don't get in my face. Do not get in my face, dude. Do not get in my face. Do not get in my face. You came up to me. You need to respect 6 feet.
Slaveholding states, they've elected as president and vice president of the whole country.
Respect 6 feet, dude.
To such high positions
Thank
for
you.
these long-continued wrongs, and their pledges to continue them to the final.
Hey, you're holding the flag above the American flag, ding dong.
Abraham Lincoln was not an abolitionist, but Texas thought he was.
Look at all these proud Americans without American flags. I'm from America and I carry Confederate flags.
The governments of the various states of the Confederacy itself were established.
Oh, you also carry a gun? Congratulations, honey. You and everybody else in the South. So the fuck what? So what? Great. Is that supposed to be a threat? You want to tell me you carry a gun? Why?
That in this free government, all white men.
What kind of gun do you carry? Well, you just told me you had a gun. Why don't you want to tell me what kind it is? Go ahead. Tell your story, baby. Make yourself famous. You did just a second ago. Now you got my attention. You don't want to talk anymore?
The will of the Almighty Creator is recognized by all Christian nations.
No, ma'am, because I respect social distancing because I don't want to catch whatever the fuck you probably have.
As advocated by our sectional enemies would bring inevitable calamities upon both.
Patriotism, sir. I don't see you holding an American flag.
By the secessionists and slaveholding states.
I see you standing around a bunch of people holding Confederate flags.
Alternative but to remain in an isolated connection with the North and unite our destinies with those of the South. That's it. That is why.
That's because he's following the noise ordinance, sir.
That was the justification for the Confederacy.
They're doing their best to respect the law. Would you want them to break it?
How do you honor that?
Yes, ma'am. You should learn your local law.
History of the world on behalf
It's real easy. It's on the internet. You can look it up. It's not hard.
to our Declaration of Independence.
Oh, you're not from here, so you came here with a gun? For what purpose?
The Declaration of Independence. It was picked out
With your gun. Yeah, that sounds like Kyle Rittenhouse.
This guy behind me thought.
Oh yeah, you celebrate Kyle Rittenhouse? That's your hero, huh?
It was explicit, and he probably voted for it.
Wow, that's your hero. White teenagers who drive across state lines to murder nonviolent protesters. And you're saying that while you're standing under a Confederate flag. You want to know what the definition of white supremacy is? Here, let me turn it around so you can see yourself. There you go, honey. There's what white supremacy looks like, just in case you weren't sure.
That's what people label
I know what it means.
Proud to be a Confederate 21st century clan. And they won't forget their white heroes who hung people for being black. And they'll proudly come out with their gun to neighboring communities to terrorize people just like their hooded ancestors.
Glory to their cause, which was
My ancestors were slaves.
peace to their ashes.
Your ancestors were slaves. Oh, let me guess, you're going to tell me you're Irish?
The cause was glorious. The cause was slavery. We were explicit about it. There is no history.
Woo! Shit! Oh, look, y'all, Halloween! Woo! Trick or treat! Smell my feet!
History is utterly ridiculous.
There you go! Y'all want a trick or treat? I got some candy in my bag.
Not history.
Come ring my doorbell.
Are not history. We're not erasing history when we no longer praise people for wrong actions.
Look at these fools! What a bunch of cowards!
For you. Imagine that.
Look at how big, bad, and tough we are with our big old guns. Oh, I'm so scared of you. Oh my God, where'd they go? I lost them. I can't see them. Their camo made them blend into the street. Dumbasses.
Imagine that.
Y'all know the point of camouflage is to blend into the woods, right?
Would you support?
They're not part of the military. I already asked them. They told me they weren't. So why are you speaking for them?
Or do you want to keep it because it's history?
And camouflage like that, sir, is designed to blend into wooded, forested areas. Sure they can, and I have every right to stand here and tell them what fucking idiots they look like for doing it. Oh, you gonna get mad?
No, but I mean, if you're trying to be so politically correct.
I'm not worried about being politically correct. I'm just worried about making white supremacists feel uncomfortable. I'm here to let you know what fools y'all are.
I'm not going to argue. I don't argue with libertarians.
Oh, so it's okay for you to call names, but not me, huh? Oh, she started it. She started it. Why don't you go get your big gun and your camouflage and show us how tough you are? Oh, you think you're the only one with guns? Go ahead, threaten me some more, baby. Threaten me some more, sweetheart. Tell me how big and bad you are. You touch me with that flag one more time, I'm going to put it on the ground. Do not touch me with your flag. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. I have not invaded your space. You stay the fuck away from me. Stay away from me. I have not invaded your space. Do not come near me again. This is your last warning. Do you understand?
You are batshit crazy.
You need to stay away from me too.
You're batshit crazy.
You better believe it. Now stay away from me before I show you. Stay away from me. Come near me again and I will.
America first. Confederacy.
Come near
never.
me again and I will. Come near me again and I will. You know what? You won't, because you got your armed guard right here. You feel tough? You want to come over here and punk a woman because you got an armed guard? You think you're tough? Nobody's scared of you. Nobody's scared of you. I think you're weak. I think you're a pathetic white supremacist. I think you should be uncomfortable. I think you should be ashamed.
I don't give a shit what.
I know you don't. You've made that clear. You care about you.
Stand over by the tree. I think you can hear her better. So she's yelling so loud. It's all right. I got my earplugs. Yeah, well, everybody can hear her. You don't have to yell.
You damn right. Because if you were my kid, I'd whoop your ass.
So this county is.
Oh, abused children too.
This county is named after David S. Kaufman.
That's right. I spanked my kid. None of your business.
Was born in Pennsylvania, German Jewish parents.
Oh, so not only are you racist, you're also a religious bigot. Shocking. 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 That tends to be the case. That tends to be the case. You feel tough now? You feel tough? You got to come out in front of your community and cuss me and come on me? You feel tough now? Everybody knows how big and bad he is now, right? Everybody knows what a tough guy
Again,
is,
he was the,
right? He's all flexed
first
up. Y'all see how tough he
Representative from
is?
Texas sent to the federal Congress.
Look at how tough he is.
Mexican War
What's your
was over
name?
when he was in Congress.
What's your name? What's your name? Why don't you want to tell us your name? Aren't you proud of yourself? My name, I'll tell you my name. What's your name? Oh, you do, huh? Tell me my name.
As early as 1847.
Tell me my name.
The war was still going on. No territory
Tell me my
was
name.
taken yet. David S. Kaufman.
Yeah, you're pathetic. That's what you are. You're pathetic. You're also a coward. Look at you. Yeah, you are. Look at you.
We were barely even
You
a state.
are.
He said,
Look at you.
if y'all try
You had to come over here and try to get everything all riled up, make threats against me because you know you got to stand an army.
So I come here to get
in 1847
You came over here to me, sir.
was threatening secession.
I just got here 30 minutes ago. I've not been walking around all day. I just got here 30 minutes ago. Sir? Okay.
David S. Kaufman speaks on
Uh-huh.
slavery question.
Yeah, it's true. About 30 minutes. 45 max. 45
Good
max.
afternoon.
Oh, wow. Look at you. You proved something. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. What an insult. Move along, coward. I'm not afraid of ghosts, dude. Yeah. Why don't you just go home, put your hood and robe on, and come out and celebrate in full glory? Go ahead. Go get your hood and robe. Come on out. Show us who you really are. Why are you so scared? What are you scared of? You look scared. You look like it. Look at you. Look at you. I can't because you're covering your face like a coward. Why don't you show your face? You're so proud. Aren't you proud of yourself? Yeah, you don't need to. Of course you don't. But you're hiding it, just like you hide your identity. You know who else used to hide their identity and their face and their names while they went out in public to terrorize people? Anybody want to guess?
Antifa.
Oh, guess what? I am Antifa, and here's my face. Where's yours, Cluxer? You're nothing but a 21st century coward with a triple K.
So you guys assault people that have different opinions.
Where you ever seen me assault anyone?
No, your group that you represent.
I don't represent any group.
You just said
It's,
you're Antifa.
hey, who did we fight in World War II?
The Nazis.
And what were they? What were Nazis? Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. What were Nazis? Were they fascists? So you can say that to be...
Literally insane. I can see it in
Nazis aren't fascist?
I didn't say that they weren't.
Okay, so to be an American, you are anti-fascist.
So,
By
show me a Nazi
definition.
in the US.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you look like a
You don't
Nazi.
even look right out of your
You
eye.
act like all you can do is talk about my physical appearance. Yeah, why don't you leave? Why don't you listen to your chief and take a walk? Why don't you? Coward. Cowards. All of you are cowards. Look at you. All of you. Standing over there with your constables and your protectors so you can come out here with your Confederate flags. Show me an American flag, Patriots. Oh, you got, yeah, y'all went and got one when I called you out for not having one. Yeah, why don't you go get an American flag instead of standing under Confederate flags? Why don't you? Obviously. Obviously.
This is gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
Oh, this is gonna be a riot. You want to call us fascists? Right?
I didn't call you a fascist.
Oh, you called him a fascist. Where'd he go?
Was I talking to you? Do you want me to speak in generalities? I was talking to one individual at the moment.
Okay, what do you want to call me?
I don't know enough about you. Would you like to have a conversation?
You called me a white supremacist, KKK member 5 minutes ago.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, sir. No, sir.
What drugs?
I did not say you are a white supremacist. I never said that. I never said that.
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, you were quick to call him a fascist.
He's acting like a fascist. Yeah. Absolutely.
To explain what the definition of fascist is?
Fascist regime, fascism, to rule by authoritarian rule.
Who is the authoritarian?
Well, when you come out, when you come out with your own, when you come out with an armed, unauthorized militia that is allowed by the local police, and you come out and harass people who are peaceably assembling.
It's allowed by the Constitution.
Let me tell you something. In the state of Texas, on 3 occasions, the Texas Supreme Court has ruled that while the Second Amendment right does authorize the right for citizens to bear arms, it does not give them the right to parade with them in public for the purpose of intimidation.
Nobody's intimidating anyone.
Sir, when you come out parading with what? Why are they there? Is that militia group over there that come out every Friday and just hang out? No,
Have
they
you
are.
asked them why they're here?
I did.
And what did they tell you?
They're too fucking cowardice to say.
Oh, no, because they'll tell us they...
Oh, they won't.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why don't you get them to come over here and tell me then?
They don't engage with this kind of crazy.
Yeah, because they're cowards.
They're here to protect everyone's rights in case something happens.
How does that make y'all feel? These guys have no faith in your ability to protect this community, obviously. Why don't you back the blue?
I do.
Why don't y'all back the blue? You've got constables right here. Why don't you trust them to do their job?
We back the blue just like
How does that make y'all feel? They have no faith in you whatsoever to do your job, obviously. Because, or are those your friends and off-duty backup?
I back the blue.
They obviously don't back the blue because they obviously have no faith in their ability to do their job. Look at them. If they're out here to protect the community, why don't y'all trust the police to do it?
Let's try to...
Support them for what? Help with what? Let me ask you something. I'm one person. And right now, I'm one person surrounded by 24 officers and an armed militia. Y'all need that kind of backup? You want to know what kind of weapon I have? A camera.
Okay, once you're forgetting...
Camera.
Engage one person at a time.
Because I don't need to. I'll engage however I want.
You still haven't answered my question.
What question is that, sweetheart?
Define fascism.
I already did that. Now who's having a hard time recalling conversations? You asked me who the authoritarian was. I said all of you out here acting like.
And it's the guy who has no authority.
Sir, when you come out and you use fascist tactics like intimidating and threatening people with wetnings, the first thing this woman said to me was, I have a gun. Those were the first words out of her mouth.
You said people are carrying flags. I said we can also carry.
That is not what you said. I find it funny that you're backing it up now when all the cops are paying attention. Aren't you proud? You were real proud of yourself when you said it.
Connecting to your brain.
Oh, cute. I love when y'all do that, when you prove that you're racist and religious bigots. Racist and religious. Do you wear a cross to draw attention?
No, I don't wear a cross actually.
Okay. What religion are you? How do you practice? Yeah, it's none of your business either. Why do you wear that band on your head? Is it so tight that you can't think?
No, I have a lot more hair than you. That's why.
Why do you have to make comments about people's physical appearance? That's your first go-to. Do you understand by my responses what I'm trying to convey to you?
An old man with a flag. Every name you can think of at the time. Really?
Ma'am, I never called him anything. I told him to stop hitting me with his flag.
We have.
Don't forget.
God did it. Oh my God. God did it. Please tell me he's carrying a gun too. Hey, what's your name? Aren't you proud? What's your name? Y'all are proud of yourselves. Why don't you give us your name? Tell me your name.
What are you going to call me?
Whatever your name is.
No, you're going to call me something else.
They want us to go right now.
I guarantee
I'm not
you.
going anywhere. If y'all respond to this kind of terrorism, so basically I just had an organizer tell me that the cops have informed the de-Confederate group that they should leave because the cops are scared for their safety. Why would that be? Why would the local cops, here with a giant militia to back them up, be scared for the safety of protesters? That's absurd.
Because the protesters
Oh, rioting. Have y'all seen anyone throwing Campbell's soup cans around here?
You're the loudest one here yelling. We heard you over the loudspeaker.
Good. I want you to hear me. I want you to know what a fool you look like. What?
We haven't met.
Hi.
I'm Glenn. I know you haven't met this Year Madness.
Nice to meet you.
We are about to go to my dad's house.
Okay.
And we would love you to come.
Sure.
Like sooner rather than later. As soon as possible. Because we're trying to get the police to let us be able to go home too, and all these.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Can you write your address down for me, or give me directions or something?
No, you good.
I'm live, and I'm gonna stay live, so I don't want you to.
I don't want to. Yeah, put my stuff on there.
But I'll need it in some type of written form.
No, I get it.
Are you close to here?
Hang on. You have your phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do.
But I'm going live through it right now.
No, I understand, but I can send you a text with it on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you will put your phone number on here, if you want to just punch that
Give me
in.
1 second. I just want to make sure we have more militia members, and I want to make sure I document as many as possible before I go. Because we know these guys move across state lines, so I want to make sure that I can track them down.
I think these guys are all Texas militia.
I think so too. I saw their bands earlier.
Yeah, that's how they introduced themselves when they came over and talked to the police.
So
yeah, just put a number in there, and I will shoot you an address.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You got it. Tell me your name again.
Glenn, B-L-I-N-N.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I just want to summarize that local organizers are now vacating the square because local authorities have told them that they are no longer safe here. So I want to confirm there are no less than 8 city deputies, several county sheriffs, the chief of police, more than a dozen are militia, at least 3 constables, and yet protesters have to leave because they're not safe. Makes you wonder who they're not safe from. Hey, how you doing? Jessica Luther Rommel. You want to write that down? You want me to spell it out for you? See, unlike cowards like you, I'm not afraid for people to know who I am. That's what pride looks like, cowards. That's what pride looks like. I know you're scared of me. You don't have to tell me. I know you're scared of me. You should be. You should be. You should be scared of me.
The demon that's in you.
Oh, I got a demon in me, honey? They've been saying that about women like me for centuries.
What did she say?
This is the chief of police over here on the left. Looks like we've got maybe a district attorney. I'm not sure who this is in the background here. It's absurd to me, the idea that you have to tell people they have to leave the lawn because they're not safe when you got this many officers out here. You can't keep the peace in your own town. You have a militia here that you have admitted you cannot control. You've told people they're not safe in your community because of a militia that's here that you don't have control over. I want you to think about that. I'm leaving, but I want you to think about that, sir. When you go home tonight and you lay in your bed and you think about why you became a cop, I want you to think about it too. I want you to think about the fact that a group of 10 people were told they had to leave because an armed militia, the Texas militia, came to your community, armed with weapons, parading in public, violating Texas Penal Code 22.05, and y'all let it happen. And so people who were standing around expressing their First Amendment right had to leave because you don't have control over your own community. You have been punked by an armed militia. Back the blue, right? Shame on all of you. Shame on every single one of you. You ought to be ashamed. You're telling peaceful protesters they have to leave because you can't guarantee their safety from an armed militia. What a shame, Sheriff. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Cowardice. Hail the Confederacy. Woo! Go home and look up that U.S. flag code. Don't forget. I know you don't, honey. We know you don't care. Your patriotism's just an excuse for racism. We got it. We know. Abundantly clear. Point made, sugar. Point made, sugar. We got it. Your patriotism's just a veil for your racism. Understood? It's been that way for centuries. Tell them what you feel, honey. You don't have to pander to me. You want to know what we have in common? We're not racist. All of it started when your folks started hitting me with flags, buddy. I never made contact with anybody out here. I never touched anyone. I never invaded anyone's personal space. Your people came to me and hit me with flags. You never saw me do that, sweetheart. My weapon is my voice, and it scares the tar out of every single one of y'all, which is why you let people come out here and act like fools like you do, because it scares you when people know their rights and assert them. Sorry, you better get used to it, because I'm out here to set a new standard.
You can tell that I'm not doing the same thing as her. Asking my support. She doesn't need support.
Y'all want to know what a real man looks like? This guy.
I'm amazing.
See how hard that isn't? To just understand that you can have differences of opinions and approach, but you can just be respectful to one another. Sir, I didn't come up to you and accost you. You came up to me. You came across the way and came up to me and immediately started coming at me with names, calling me all... Oh. Okay. I tell you what, give me your email and I'll send you the video. That's right. You're too much of a coward to even give your name or face. I know you're not going to give your email. Most Kluxers don't. Is it walking distance or driving or? Okay. Did you send that to me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I think so. Can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course, baby. Not every day you can take your picture with a demon, right?
Me or you?
Yes, I have to tell you it should be on your test.
Okay. What time is it right now?
It's 5:56.
Okay, I can give you a little bit of time. Do you mind if I stay live?
I don't mind at all.
Okay. I thought that was going to go a different direction, which is totally fine, but I love it. I love a spin.
I have to live here and I have to have the police department and they have to be civil.
Oh, that's fine. You know, you live here. This is your community. You tell me jump, I'll go.
Yeah. No, I mean,
It's really that simple. Really that simple.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you too, honey. Glad I could come and put a highlight on what's going on here. Civil conversation. Then maybe you should start with one. Don't act like you're a good old boy now just because you're there talking to your buddy. You're talking to another man, all of a sudden you can be respectful. But when it's a woman out here using her voice, you got to come out acting like a thug.
Hello.
Hey, just so y'all know, I know these folks don't have any faith in y'all, but I do. I think you could take those punks anytime you wanted. I believe in you. That's called back in the blue, not coming out with the armed militia because you don't trust the cops to do it themselves, punks. Looking like a bunch of cosplay thugs. Oh, they're so mad. Look at how mad they are. Y'all, I know I've been getting lots of comments in here, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to keep up with them. Obviously, if you've been watching, it's been a little bit crunk. Hey, are you going to that house?
I don't know where we're going. I'm in the same truck with everybody else.
Can you just tell them I'd like to follow them? Because I'd like to stay live.
Oh, sure.
And that way I don't have to lose my live. I think y'all can take that militia anytime you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Just so you know.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how you back the blue.
Appreciate it.
You trust them to do their job.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, it's that simple. You don't need my help.
I want you to step off the curb.
Hey, that's sweet of you. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
You too. Be well. Hey, do you mind? Can I follow you, baby? That way I don't have to lose my live. Yeah. I'm on that side. What's
I
that?
was just going to say, do you want me to carry this while you go to your car, and then you would follow the car, and I could talk into it, or not?
You want to ride with me?
You can ride with her.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you ride with me, and then I'll follow you. So I'm going to come around the block.
Okay.
I'm in a... Okay.
That hadn't occurred to me. That makes way more sense.
No worries, no worries.
Whoops.
Hey, I tell you what, though. I just want to come right here on the corner.
Yeah.
I just want to get a shot here. One last shot of... So we are going to ride over to the house of one of the local organizers. I just want to get a good shot here at the corner. Y'all can see it was a full-out Texas militias who came out today. So if we can, when we drive by, since you're going to have this in your hands, sure. Can you try to get a good shot of them on the street there?
Sure.
I'm going to drive exceptionally slow. Most of them have their faces covered, but sometimes we can still identify them anyway, so we'll try. 21st century Ku Klux Klan. See, here's the deal. There's a reason why it always appears like I'm an aggressor, but the reason is they treat you different. The way that guy was over there talking to you, being all buddy-buddy, that's not how they approach me. The first words out of their mouth to me are always, I'm a witch, I'm a thug, you know what I mean? It's aggressive from the start with me. They come over and they're hitting me in the head with their flags when they walk by. And so I have to puff up because it's the only way I can be safe.
Sure.
Because the moment I act fragile, they will victimize me repeatedly. So my only way to stay safe without screaming to the cops for help, which I will not do, is to remind them that nobody's afraid of them. I'm over here. So I just want to go to the crosswalk because God knows I don't need to give anybody a reason.
A time ago, I was teaching in San Antonio Community College, and they had a disorientation session for the new faculty.
Yeah.
And it's a perfectly nice little community college, so everything's fine. Never had any issues with any of the students. And most of their so-called orientation session was explaining how to handle all the students, and they gave you the impression that you walked into the classroom and someone's going to knife you. And I never had a problem.
Yeah.
But, all of these other instructors were, they were giving their horror stories.
Right.
And I've never had a horror story. And at a certain point, it occurred to me that more people should try being a tall white man. It works great.
It's part of the issue that I have. They think that they can come up on me and do that, and then I'm going to be intimidated. And that just doesn't work for me.
It does not, no.
So everybody that's still tuned in, we're going to drive by and get a shot of the militia. And then we're going to go over to an organizer's house and have a little debrief session. I'm going to turn here. We can, for the ease, we can unplug this.
Okay. Oh, that was just power then.
And then if you want to record facing the other way, all you have to do is double tap the screen.
Okay.
You're welcome to talk to everyone, tell them who you are, what you're doing today.
There you are. All right. Hey, I'm Brian.
No, you can look here, actually. I turned that off. Look here. Thank you.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay, I was looking off to the... You know, you always kind of talk toward the face.
Yeah.
And the face is not what you want to talk to because the face and the camera are not at the same place. Hey, I'm Brian. This was Kaufman. And so here's the kind of story. So some idiots have decided that I am the leader of Antifa in somewhere or other. Like, usually it's the leader of Antifa in Austin.
We're going to go by right here by the militia, if you wouldn't mind double tapping and catching them close
And
up.
I will come back to this story in a second. All right.
And
There we
so
go.
you'll probably be better to go outside the side window as we go by.
Yep.
And you just do what you think. I think they're right here on the corner.
Yep. All right. So, I am not an avowed pacifist, but I am functionally a pacifist because I just can't stand violence. There's a very nice gentleman who was complaining about the factual inaccuracies in my pamphlet. He's complaining about this paragraph that says there weren't no Yankees in the South in May of 1861.
Where's
Like,
that truck we're
really?
following?
It's got a bunch of sticks sticking out the back.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Did we just pass him?
No.
Okay. I would say we can just turn around and head straight back because I think that they might not have left the courthouse.
You might be right.
All right, so
So you're welcome to double tap and talk how you like.
you did double tap. There we go. Okay, there. More of my beautiful face. And so, came out here once before in August, and I identify as Antifa. And I'll tell you, when back even right after Charlottesville, all I knew about Antifa was crazy stuff on the news, and it looked to me like a whole bunch of free speech suppressing fanatics. I actually, at the time, thought Antifa are the fascists, and well, that was not correct. So I got further information. Wow, that was a misapprehension. I don't support every anti-fascist action that there's ever been, but we're the good guys, right? If you have ever felt like you're still an American, even though the United States has committed horrible war crimes, well, yeah, I'm still an anti-fascist, even when I got to roll my eyes at my people sometimes. It's not a secret. And anyway, but there's a lot of people who really, 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 really want to be afraid of Antifa rioters, even though the overwhelming majority of anti-fascist actions have absolutely no violence or tussles or struggles or anything associated with them. There's some street closures here, which is why there's the weird noises. So anyway, they decided, Antifa's coming. And so we come up here a couple of months ago in April, and you just go to the park, and I did my little Confederate flag lecture and some of the other stuff, and it's completely, I'm educating, it's my thing I do, and everything's completely fine, and they, at least one or two people who were all scared of the Antifa were out there, right? So they saw what we did, stood there at a microphone talking. Somehow or other, after this, someone posted that I was more dangerous than a rioter because I was the sort of person who would organize the riots. I'm like, seriously, guys? Y'all saw me standing there with papers. How violent can I be? So anyway, they found out that we were going to do this rally this weekend. This is part of our 7-city tour. And they get onto the internet at Kaufman County News website. And they say, the Antifa are coming, everybody, freak out. And it was just so absurd. And these people are so desperate to have something to be afraid of.
I don't see this truck.
I don't see them either.
They totally took off.
that they so they make these idiot remarks about how dangerous.
Can you text someone and have them send you the address?
Yep. Yep. Someone has.
Okay,
Good.
great. So if you could just pull up those directions on your phone.
Yep.
I really don't want to circle this. Oh, damn,
No.
we had a good shot of the thing.
Oops. Well,
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm new at this.
Address would be.
Yep. I'm on it, but I'm not going to
Here,
say
let me
it out
talk to you
loud.
first.
All right.
You pull that up, and I'll talk for a minute. Hi, people. Nothing new here, just the same old shit. So I'm going to go back to all these comments here shortly. As I stated just a few minutes ago, we are going to go to one of the houses of the local organizers and just kind of debrief on what's been going on here in Kaufman. Yeah, just I'll talk to you guys a little bit more. Just bear with us. We're not going very far. But once we get to where we're going, okay, am I taking this street here?
Yep. Why don't you just take that?
Yeah.
So.
We're gonna switch again. See you soon. Hang on.
All right. So it's ridiculous. They're posting these. Oh no, the Antifa are coming. So I have a sense of humor. So I took a screenshot and I posted it and I said, well, it looks like I'm up to my old hijinks again. I'ma get out. And that was it. I'ma get out. My best arson and clothes. Arson and clothes. Anyway, so I posted this, and unfortunately, I had it set to public instead of private. So one of these very, 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 very scared people sees this joke, which no thinking person could think was a genuine issue. And then he started posting it around as though this was going to be a riot and a terrorist attack on the city. So there was a huge number of threats. People are like, oh, I'm bringing my gun, all kinds of nonsense. So that got bad enough as to scare some people away, right? So, this wouldn't have been a big rally. I don't know how many people would have shown up, but, it would have been more than us.
The guy I was talking to, I already forgot his name, but the local gentleman was saying how usually they'd have around 2 to 3 dozen people.
Yeah.
But because of the online threats, especially in particular the ones being made this week, most people, especially the black people and people of color, all felt basically intimidated. They were too scared to come out because there were so many threats made online by the local militia, by the white supremacists. So, it's nothing new. It's the same thing we've seen in every community. Sorry to cut you off.
No. All right. So, some people have excellent reason to be very, very concerned about that. And some people are Glenn was being we're standing up to them. And meanwhile, I'm just not smart enough to realize that there's danger. So, we came out here and, obviously there would have been more people if not for the frankly terroristic threats. And, so we were there, and hopefully everybody understands we're not all going away because you can swing a gun around, right? I don't have a gun. I don't like guns. If somebody wants to shoot at me, that's really their problem, right? But I'm going to come out and I'm going to read my papers, right? Invited by, people who were born and raised here. And ain't nobody going to hurt nobody as far as I'm concerned. All right, so I don't have anything else to add. So what do I do when I don't have anything else to add?
You can get back to me.
Oh, okay. I can just hold it.
I'm used to driving and
I can
talking.
just hold it towards you if you want.
That's okay. It sits right here
Are people
perfectly.
saying things? I should be talking to the people that are saying things.
Yeah, you can talk. You can scroll up through the comments.
Oh, okay.
Just scroll up
Well, that
there and
seems
you can
fun.
see what they're saying.
The Kaufman Confederate people are the issue. Ooh, someone's doing cognitive
There you
dissonance. Hey, there's Wonder Woman. That scene in Wonder Woman. Oh, not that scene. No, okay, that was the first part of it. That scene in Wonder Woman where she is running across no man's land. That almost didn't make the movie. The filmmaker had to fight to preserve that being in the movie. And, that scene made the movie, right? That was absolutely just an awe-inspiring see, right? And different people can see different things in it, right? So, of course, I think many women saw, her, in distinctly feminine kind of a bold fashion, and, I totally respect that. But for me, I mean, she's ancient Greece, right? I mean, she's Western civilization, and I mean that in the good sense, not the white civilization sense, come alive to defend our values against barbarism, right? So it was just this miraculous scene. So, yeah, that's high praise. Hey, Beth. Let's see. So, yeah, I was crying during that scene.
Are they calling you Wonder Woman?
No, someone posted it. It was probably about you. I don't know.
I think they're calling you Wonder Woman.
I can be Wonder.
Wonder Man?
Mr. Wonderman.
So we're about 5 minutes from our destination.
Oh my God! The FBI has put out several reports. My God.
About what?
This. Oh. Nobody is afraid of antics rioters. Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
yeah,
I love
people plainly are.
I love when they comment, because then I can just go back and block them. Yeah. It's very helpful.
Right, so Dave, honestly, you bring a gun because you're afraid of something. Now, there's times when you should be afraid of something. You go into a battlefield and you don't have a gun, well, that wasn't a good call. Because on a battlefield, you should be afraid because there's people who's trying to kill you. But the fact that you bring a gun proves you're afraid of something. Right? It is a device that you use to solve the kind of thing that scares you. If you don't think that anything bad is going to happen to you, you feel safe, you feel confident, then you're not going to bring one. So honestly, dude, I show up with a whole bunch of papers and people are so terrified of that they got to bring semi-automatic weapons. Yeah, somebody is afraid, except it's not antics and rioters. It's a guy with papers. Literally, I have a 16-page pamphlet printed out. It's very expensive, let me tell you. And it's just primary source documents, right? So I've got speeches by William Porcher Miles and part of the Texas Declaration of Secession, and speech by J. Edgar Hoover in there about Dr. King and stuff. This is this kind of stuff that is actual history, and people are so afraid of that being read out loud, which is just the only thing I've ever done, and anybody can look it up anywhere and know that they had to bring out all the long guns and not mask up for health reasons, but mask up for, because they want to be anonymous, and they have every right to be anonymous, but still, it's not an expression of boldness. Right?
Can I just say, though, they're camouflage, they're full on, they're all wearing their hunting gear. Like, it looks like they all straight went to the Army-Navy surplus. Somebody got them an Army-Navy surplus coupon for Christmas. They got their gift card, and they all come out there in their standard hunting camo, and like they look so ridiculous. Like, it's hunting camo designed to blend into the woods, the forest, and they're standing on a fucking downtown square. They stick out like sore thumbs, which is obviously the point. They're a bunch of children desperate for attention. Desperate. And so I am glad to give it to them.
I mean, like I say, I think, when they get really loud and stuff, and, okay.
They're either being followed or the person behind us is going to the same place we are.
Okay.
Pretty sure we're being followed.
Okay. Well, that's...
that happens to me a lot.
Let's just drive around a little bit.
That's why I stay alive.
Because ideally, we wouldn't take them where we're going.
Ideally, no.
Okay.
We're about to find out if they're following us or not.
Yeah. So, you heard the Floyd... I wonder what the Floyd Militia was. Thank you for that information.
Oh, they just turned into that driveway and they're going to turn around now?
When people start waking up and speaking the truth, you have to be labeled as crazy. Yeah. I'm not high on any kind of drugs.
I wish I could have $1, just one, for
Beth,
every time they call me crazy.
Beth, I'm going to tell you, I can't keep anybody safe. She would... I try... My de-escalatory tactic around Jessica is to warn people away because they're not going to win. it's not a good scene for them. Oh,
Yeah,
let's
I like
see.
when
Oh,
people
this
are
is
like,
interesting.
protector. No protection needed. Okay, is this it?
No.
No. That's it. Oh my goodness. Woo! It's a carnival.
Yeah, it's in here. Right.
Okay, we're here.
Okay.
Cute. Yeah. Love this.
Yeah, so I mean, they're all loud and stuff, and honestly, I feel like, you know, they were babies, and their mamas were hollering for their mamas. Their mamas didn't come, and their mama ain't coming.
There you go.
Ooh, yep. All right, thank you.
Switch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it went on low power mode a minute ago, so I don't know
Okay.
if that turned off the feed.
No problem. I'm just gonna hop out and do a breakdown with my mask off and talk to folks. Hi everyone. So I know there's a lot of comments here. I'm probably not gonna have time to catch up with them all, but I just wanted to come on here and let everyone know we are here at the home of one of the local organizers. We took a little trip. That was Brian Register with Deconfederate Austin.
And the Texas Reconstruction Project now. So
He's
we've gone
yes.
to the state level.
He's launched the Texas Reconstruction Project, and he's doing this 7-day tour through North Texas.
7-city tour, 5 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. 7-city tour, 5 days. So tomorrow is McKinney.
Yep, and then Dallas.
And then Dallas. I might make McKinney. I might take tomorrow off, actually. We'll see what happens. But I am going to go ahead and do the double Sunday. So Sunday will be Gainesville and Durant.
Not in that order.
Durant, then Gainesville.
So on Saturday, it's McKinney in the morning. You got a statue of Governor Throckmorton.
Right.
His election in the early 1870s, whatever, was basically the end of Reconstruction in Texas. And then Dallas has, their police department is on Lamar Street. And, you know, Mirabeau Lamar had, you know, there were a couple of things that he did as president of the Republic of Texas that were fine. So he's called the father of education in Texas, and that's a simplification, but it's true enough. Mainly, he was responsible for the extended ethnic cleansing of people, the Cherokee, whom, you know, President Houston had, you know, had some respect and decency toward. Then on Sunday, they've got generic Confederate monument. I take it up in Durant, and then we come back to Gainesville. So by then, I'll be ready to say a few things about the Gainesville Massacre, which happened in October 1862. And that's actually why we're up here in October. It was to match the Gainesville Massacre. Okay, let's just... She said 7, 2, that's the itinerary, actual itinerary.
So, I anticipated that this community would be as it was. We've been watching the threats roll in throughout the last week and the last couple of days especially. They got increasingly bold, and then we saw some folks tying back to the Texas Militia. So anytime we see the actual Texas Militia involved, we know it's going to be ugly. Mask on, off, camera on, off, preference?
At this point, just because
That's okay. So I'm going to sit outside for a little bit and just kind of do a debriefing. And then when I'm done, can I let myself in?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So we're going to just not go live inside their home, which is fine and respectful. But I just wanted to take a minute to talk to everyone. I know that there's a lot of comments here that I missed, and I promise I will go back through later on and get back to everyone the best that I can. But yeah, mask on. That's kind of why I said something, because they weren't wearing one. That's fine. I'm just going to go in long enough to be like, hey, thanks for having me by. Because, you know, I want to go home. It was a long drive to get here. So, I'm so tired of doing this. I am so tired of doing this. It reads like a textbook. I show up, start confronting people with the fact that they're carrying Klan symbols. They never have American flags till I start calling them out for it. Then all of a sudden somebody finds a flag in their car. Anybody who witnessed the conversations I was having with folks about you know, their lack of American flags and their affinity for Confederate flags, heard very clearly everyone talking about how proud they are. The truth of the matter is their patriotism is nothing, their hyper-masculine patriotism is nothing but an excuse for their racism. Whenever you show up and hear and know that there were dozens of black people, and when there were black community leaders who were initially leading this effort and who have been ostracized from their community and terrorized to the point where they don't feel safe showing up in public anymore because of the way that they've been treated and because of the threats they have endured for making their voices heard. It is racism. This is the 21st century Ku Klux Klan. That's all it is. And for everybody who wants to talk about how inappropriate my methods are and how I should, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to come out here and I'm not going to normalize this kind of behavior. I'm not going to act like it's okay. If people want to come out here and give history lessons, that's fine. But guns don't belong at history lessons. When I give courses at the university, I don't allow people to come in and bring weapons to lessons. When I give history lessons, I don't allow people to bring weapons. Michael here, Michael Boyd, before I block you, I'd just like to take the opportunity. Yes, I do have something between my eyes. And you, sir, are a bigot. You're a religious bigot. It matches your racism fine. It's nothing new to me. It's the same line you always have. Would you like to make a comment about my physical appearance, my weight, perhaps? Would you like to make a comment about my weight? How about my voice? Does it sound like nails on a chalkboard? Yeah, I get that one a lot too. I hope you enjoy it, Michael. So I want everyone to understand, for those of you who do not support me and you're enjoying this feed for a little while, go ahead, enjoy it. Mark down the day and time, make note of my face. You will see me. I will come back to your communities. I will be loud. I will put a camera on you. I will expose you. I will document your police force. I will get your chief of police's name. I will get your deputies' names. I will get your county DA's names, your sheriff's name, and I will call them out for all their racist BS, and I will continue to expose it, and I will continue to. So for those of you who support these actions, thank you. It is very helpful. It's been difficult starting over with a new Facebook, which thank you to Michelle for, oh, Brandon, cute. Honey, why don't you go ahead and send me a picture and I'll let you know if it's good enough or not, okay? Tell you what, Brandon, why don't you suck me? You suck me first and I'll see if I think it's worth it. It's just so childish. It's like dealing with 5-year-olds. I can't think of a good response, so how about you suck me and Trump 2020, okay? I don't have any legitimate arguments, but you're talking about white supremacy, and my best response to you talking about white supremacy is Trump 2020. Yeah, good job. Thanks for proving my point, ding-dong. Hey, when November 3rd comes around, could y'all try not to start another civil war? That'd be great. That'd be great. Because you know what? Even if you do, it's fine. We're all going to sit back and enjoy watching you lose again. And you will. You'll lose again. Because all your little cosplay ding-dongs out there, first of all, I can't wait to go back and zoom in on all those cheap guns from Russia. I'll have everyone know every single gun being carried by the Texas Militia in Kaufman today, every single one of those guns was made in Russia. Russia. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, Michael, I'm just going to go ahead and before I go any further, I just need to make sure I get a screenshot of that terroristic threat there. Thank you. Appreciate that. Michael Boyd, don't you worry, honey. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find out your home address. I'm going to find out where you work. And I'm going to put you on blast. You want to be famous and make threats against people? That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and gather all your information. I'm going to send it to the local authorities. And when they fail to do their job to let me file terroristic threats on you, I'm just going to publish your information and make it public. And we'll just get social justice and make sure everyone in your community knows what a terrorist you are, okay? I want to be very clear about my intent, which is to make your information available to the public so that everyone in your community knows that you're a terrorist. I wish you no harm. I hope the best for you. I hope that you find whatever God it is you worship and you make peace with them. But I'm going to make sure that everyone in your community, your children, your children's children, your brother, your sisters, their wives, everyone in your church, I'm going to find out what church you go to, by the way, and I'm going to send everyone in your church a screenshot of what you like to say to women on the internet, okay? Great, sugar. Good. All right. So like I was saying, I'm really tired of this, but I'm going to keep doing it. Because I love nothing more than to come out and watch a bunch of little punks in their cosplay, mail order, I'm a tough boy, 21st century Klansman with my gun that I ordered online that was made in Russia. Y'all realize that? How foolish they look? With their guns made in Russia. Amazing. Amazing. All right, so I'm going to go. Kaufman, it's been lovely. Can't wait to come back and see you. I promise that I will. We'll see each other again. Don't you worry. Okay? Y'all be good now. To all my supporters, thank you much. To all of you who don't support me, well, fuck yeah. He's a patrol officer? Lisa, oh, you're funny. Okay, y'all be good. Be safe, be well. If you haven't yet, be sure to... Oh, Steffi, I saw how small and loving your community was today. Real welcoming. Lovely, quaint little town. Yeah. Oh, drugs. She's crazy. She must be on drugs. She doesn't sound like the good submissive type of white woman that we like around here. She must be crazy and on drugs. Yeah, we haven't heard that line for the past 2 centuries. If you haven't yet and you follow me, be sure to like and follow the page so that you can get alerts to whenever I go live. Trollers, y'all be sure to go ahead and do it too. That's fine. I like to keep up with y'all. It's always good to know who y'all are so I can keep up and know what to expect from the local yokels. Y'all be good now, okay? All right. Love thy neighbor. Y'all try not to terrorize anybody while I'm gone, okay? Okay.